Horrid Henry and the Comfy Black Chair.
Saturday, best day of the week,
thought Horrid Henry, flinging off the covers and leaping out of bed.
No school, no homework, a day of TV heaven. Mom and Dad like sleeping in on a Saturday.
So long as Henry and Peter were quiet, they could watch TV until Mom and Dad woke up. Horrid Henry could picture it now. He was stretched out in the comfy black chair, grabbed the remote control, and switched on the TV. His favorite shows were on today: Rapper Zapper, Mutant Max, and Gross Out. If he hurried, he would be just in time for Rapper Zapper. He thundered down the stairs and flung open the sitting room door. A horrible sight met his eyes. There, stretched out on the comfy black chair and clutching the remote control, was his younger brother, Perfect Peter. Henry gasped. How could this be? Henry always got downstairs first. The TV was already on, but it was not switched to Rapper Zapper. A terrible tinkly tune trickled out of the TV. Oh no! It was the world's most boring show, Daffy and her Dancing Daisies.
Switch the channel,
ordered Henry.
Rapper Zapper's on.
That's a horrid, nasty program, said Perfect Peter, shuddering. He held tight to the remote.
I said switch the channel,
hissed Henry. I won't, said Peter. You know the rules. The first one downstairs gets to sit in the comfy black chair and decides what to watch. And I want to watch Daffy.
Dun, 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 dun.
Henry could hardly believe his ears. Perfect Peter was refusing to obey an order?
No!
Screamed Henry.
I hate that show. I want to watch Rapper Zapper.
Well, I want to watch Daffy, said Perfect Peter.
But that's a baby show,
said Henry.
Dance, my daisies, dance,
squealed the revolting Daffy.
La 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 la,
trilled the daisies. La 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 la, sang Peter.
Baby, baby,
taunted Henry. If only he could get Peter to run upstairs crying, then he could get the chair.
Peter is a baby, Peter is a baby,
jeered Henry. Peter kept his eyes glued to the screen. Horrid Henry could stand it no longer. He pounced on Peter, snatched the remote, and pushed Peter onto the floor. He was Rapper Zapper, liquidating a pesky android. Ah! Screamed Perfect Peter.
Mom!
Horrid Henry leaped into the comfy black chair and switched channels.
Grrr!
Growled Rapper Zapper, blasting a belly. Don't be horrid, Henry! Shouted Mom, storming through the door. Go to your room!
No!
Wailed Henry.
Peter started it.
Now! Screamed Mom.
La 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 la,
trilled the daisies. Bzzz. Horrid Henry switched off the alarm. It was 6 a.m. the following Saturday. Henry was taking no chances. Even if he had to grit his teeth and watch Rise and Shine before Gross Out started, it was worth it. And he'd seen the coming attractions for today's Gross Out. Who could eat the most cherry pie in 5 minutes while blasting the other contestants with a goo shooter? Henry couldn't wait. There was no sound from Peter's room. Ha ha, thought Henry. He'll have to sit on the lumpy sofa and watch what I want to watch. Horrid Henry escaped into the sitting room and stopped. Remember, children, always eat with knife and fork. Being the cheerful presenter, it was manners with Maggie. There was perfect Peter in his slippers and dressing gown, stretched out on the comfy black chair. Horrid Henry felt sick. Another Saturday ruined. He had to watch Gross Out. He just had to. Horrid Henry was just about to push Peter off the chair when he stopped. Suddenly, he had a brilliant idea.
Dun, 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 dun. Peter, Mom and Dad want to see you. They said it's urgent.
Perfect Peter leaped out of the comfy black chair and dashed upstairs.
Tee-hee,
thought Horrid Henry.
Zap! Welcome to Gross Out,
shrieked the presenter, mouthing the maniac.
Boy, you will all be feeling sick today. It's gross, gross, gross. Yeah,
said Horrid Henry. This was great. For Perfect Peter reappeared. They didn't want me, said Peter. And they're cross because I woke them up.
They told me they did,
said Henry, eyes glued to the screen. Peter stood still. Please get me the tail back, Henry. Henry didn't answer. I had you first, said Peter.
Shut up, I'm trying to watch,
said Henry.
Ooh, gross,
screamed the TV audience. I was watching Manners with Maggie, said Peter. She's showing how to eat soup without slurping.
Tough,
said Henry.
Oh, gross,
he trotted, pointing at the screen. Peter hid his eyes.
Mom!
shouted Peter.
Henry's being mean to me.
Mom appeared in the doorway. She looked furious.
Henry, go to your room,
shouted Mom. We're trying to sleep. It's not much to ask to be left in peace one morning awake.
But Peter...
Mom pointed to the door.
Out,
said Mom.
It's not fair,
howled Henry, stomping off.
Zap!
And now, Kate, our guest manners expert, will demonstrate the proper way to butter toast. Henry slammed the door behind him as hard as he could. Peter had got the comfy black chair for the very last time. Bzzz. Horrid Henry switched off the alarm. It was 2 a.m. the following Saturday. The Gross Out Championships were on in the morning. He grabbed his pillow and duvet and sneaked out of the room.
Dun, dun, dun.
He was taking no chances. Tonight, he would sleep in the comfy black chair. After all, Mom and Dad had never said how early he could get up. Henry tiptoed out of his room into the hall. All quiet in Peter's room, all quiet in Mom and Dad's. Henry crept down the stairs and carefully opened the sitting room door. The room was pitch black. Better not turn on the light, thought Henry. He felt his way along the wall until his fingers touched the black of the comfy black chair. He felt around the top.
Ah, there was the remote.
He'd sleep with that under his pillow, just to be safe. Henry flung himself onto the chair and landed on something lumpy.
Ah!
Screamed Henry. Ah! Screamed the lump.
Help!
Screamed Henry and the lump. Feet pounded down the stairs.
What's going on down there?
Shouted Dad, switching on the light. Henry blinked. Henry jumped out of my head, sniveled a familiar voice beneath him.
Henry, what are you doing?
Said Dad.
It's 2 o'clock in the morning.
Henry's brain whirled.
I thought I heard the burglar, so I crept down to keep watch.
Henry's lying, said Peter, sitting up. He came down because he wanted the comfy black chair.
Liar,
said Henry.
And what were you doing down there? Here?
I couldn't sleep and I didn't want to wake you, Dad, said Peter. So I came down as quietly as I could to get a drink of water. Then I felt sleepy and lay down for a moment. I'm very sorry, Dad. It will never happen again.
All right,
said Dad, lifting a yawn.
From now on, you are not to come down here before 7 a.m. or there will be no TV for a week. Is that clear?
Yes, Dad, said Peter.
Yeah,
muttered Henry. He glared at Perfect Peter.
Dun.
Perfect Peter glared at Horrid Henry. Then they both went upstairs to their bedrooms and closed the doors.
Good night,
called Henry cheerfully.
I'm sleepy.
But Henry did not go to bed. He needed to think. He could wait until everyone was asleep and sneak back down. But what if he got caught? No TV for a week would be unbearable. But what if he missed the girls' out championships? He never found out if Tank Thomas and Piatina won the day. Henry shuddered. There had to be a better way.
He had it.
He would set his clock ahead and make sure he was first down. Brilliant! Girls out, here I come, he thought. But wait, what if Peter had the same brilliant idea? That would spoil everything. Henry had to double-check. Henry opened his bedroom door. The coast was clear. He tiptoed out and sneaked into Peter's room. There was Peter, sound asleep. And there was his clock. Peter hadn't changed the time. Phew! And then Henry had a truly wicked idea. It was so evil and so horrid that for a moment even he hesitated. But hadn't Peter been horrible and selfish, stopping Henry watching his favorite shows? He certainly had. And wouldn't it be great if Peter got into trouble just for once? Perfect Peter rolled over.
La 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 la.
He warbled in his sleep. That did it. Horrid Henry moved Peter's clock an hour ahead. Then Henry sneaked downstairs and turned up the TV's volume as loud as it would go. Finally, he opened Mom and Dad's door and crept back to bed.
Dun, dun, dun. It's Grow and Show, the vegetable show for teens. Just look at all these lovely vegetables.
The terrible noise boomed through the house, blasting Henry out of bed.
Henry!
Bellowed Dad.
Come here this instant.
Henry sauntered into Parrot's bedroom.
What is it?
He asked, yawning loudly. Mum and Dad looked confused.
Wasn't that you watching TV downstairs? No,
said Henry, stretching.
I was asleep.
Mum looked at Dad.
Oh.
Dad looked at Mum. You mean Peter is downstairs watching TV at 6 a.m.? Henry shrugged.
Send Peter up here this minute,
said Dad. For once, Henry did not need to be asked twice. He ran downstairs and burst into the sitting room.
I grew carrots. I grew string beans. Peter, Mom and Dad want to see you right away,
said Henry. Peter didn't look away from Go and Show.
Peter! Dad asked me to send you up.
You're just trying to trick me, said Peter.
You better go or you'll be in big trouble,
said Henry. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, said Peter. I'm not moving.
Now just look at all these beautiful tomatoes Timmy's grown,
squealed the TV. Wow, said Peter.
Don't say I didn't warn you,
said Henry.
Peter! No TV for a month. Come here this minute.
Perfect Peter burst into tears. He jumped from the chair and crept out of the room. Horrid Henry sauntered over to the comfy black chair and stretched out. He picked up the remote and switched channels. Zap! Rapper Zapper stormed into the spaceship and pulverized some alien's lab.
Way to go, Rapper Zapper!
Shrieked Horrid Henry. Soon, gross out would be on. Wasn't life sweet?
Na 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 na.